Happy Tarot Tuesday. We have survived the retrogrades. We are in Mercury retrograde shadow. We are in that full moon energy. We were going to do the full moon rituals together tomorrow. So hope everyone's ready to release and let go. As always, for the readings, if you guys pay for a reading, I am going to continue to be using Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch until November 1st, and then I'll pick a new deck. And for the Oracle card readings, everybody gets a card. Just drop your first name, last initial, and everybody gets a card. We're using what we call my big deck energy. I have combined Rebecca Campbell's The Starseed Oracle with Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle. Good morning. We will combine these so we have a nice big deck because we usually have like quite a few people on here with us. So I'm going to put these boxes away. Give me 1 second. I'll have them behind me. Maybe you guys can see them. Maybe you can't, but they're there if you want to look. And I hope everyone's excited. Tomorrow is the full moon. Are you guys ready for the full moon tomorrow? Did you guys get my newsletter? If not, I posted what the newsletter said on my Instagram, so you know what the energy is that we're working with. That we just got here. So as soon as Justina tells you to drop your first name, last initial, she'll start taking names. It may just me being Justina today, you guys. So we need to be like super chill and kind. Because it's hard to manage all the energy if it's just one person managing the list. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, you guys. Doesn't the energy feel different? Do you feel better being out of the retrogrades? I feel so much better. Justina, I could tell when you were texting me this morning that your energy felt like it had lifted and felt brighter. It is nice. It is nice to be out of that retrograde energy, isn't it? So good. So I'm going to start shuffling. Happy birthday. I can't you guys, I think I need a new prescription. I can hardly see the font anymore of the, whatever it is. What is it? The feed. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay, actually. I just did a pick a card tarot, and one of them kind of talks about still feeling a little draggy, but we're still in the shadow retrograde, so give yourself some time to come through it. And you know what? This is a good full moon. I feel like coming out of these retrogrades, this is an important full moon to kind of let go. So I hope you guys will do it with me in the morning. You can grab them. They're like $1.99. It essentially just pays to have them made. But you can check them out on my website. So check them out. You get, for $1.99, you get both the full moon and the new moon every month, or you can pay a little bit less than that for like a year. But it'll be, it's an important one to release. I think we've all been holding on to a lot of stress and not, feeling super great. So welcome everybody. Justina, like I said, is here on her own. So everybody tap that screen for her. Be patient with her. As always, you only need to drop your name once. If for some reason you feel like you're missed, please just let us know and we will try to correct it right away. If you have specific questions for me or you want to jump the list, $10 Cash App, Stacy Luna Tarot, or Venmo, Stacy-Luna. And I also have some appointments available today. I do have a 9 a.m. and I do have a 9:30, so I don't have anything till about 10 Pacific time, Standard Time, but I do have appointments available. All right, it looks like we're ready to start with Jennifer R. Here we go, Jennifer. I'm going to do this the way that I like it. Here we go, Jennifer R. Share your voice, Jennifer. Come out of the cave. I think that you feel like you've been persecuted before for saying how you feel about things, and I want you to know that it's important to feel like you can use your voice, and anyone who's trying to dim you down or make you quiet, you don't need to do that for them. That's their stuff. That has nothing to do with you. So feel free to use your voice and say what you need to say. If you've had trouble in the past, if you can come from a place of love, maybe then people won't take it so hard, but always feel like you can say what you need to say. Justina, the Age of Light. You've been training for this a lifetime. Welcome, Justina. You're walking out of the darkness. It doesn't mean you're not grieving anymore. Listen, grief is heavy and grief changes us and it makes us feel some sort of way. So it doesn't mean that you're not grieving anymore, but it does mean that you're beginning to step out of that darkness and you're kind of letting the light back in. And I can feel it. I can see it. So Justina, this is a perfect card for you. What did I just do? Hold on, guys. I'm always touching things. Missy S. Unbound. releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So congratulations. We've talked about this, Missy, you and I, in our one-on-ones a lot, that you are the one who's kind of come to change the ancestral karma, that you are changing the game for future generations. And this just confirms it. It confirms that you're walking in your soul contract, you're walking the walk, you're being the better person, and it's beautiful. Super exciting to see that because I know it's been hard. Also, you guys, you only have to drop your name one time because, oh, Amber is on. Hi, Amber. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading the feed. Just drop your name one time because we keep a list here, and there's no, if you keep repeating it, sometimes it messes up the list. We just don't want anyone here. Hi, Heather. We don't want anyone here feeling like they're not being picked or like you're not good enough. Our goal is to make sure everyone always feels like they've been chosen. So we try to do it as organized and fair as we can. And that's our goal. Also, everybody, can you congratulate Amber? She just got an amazing new job. We're so happy for her and so proud of her. Don't be sorry. The whole goal is to help you to ease your anxiety. I'm a Reiki master healer. And as I read you guys, I'm trying to ground and remove any blockages in your chakras. So you should leave here feeling calmer and just a little lighter than when you got on. At least that's my goal. So I certainly hope so. Justina, I think I missed the next name. The last one I did was Missy. Good morning, you guys. Coffee and cards. Cheers. Do you guys know who's next? Sorry. I'm going to take one more sip. This is really good. I'm a she, her. I never wear my jewelry and stuff, but I'm a she, her. Happily married. Tamara S. Is that, I wonder if that's my Tamara. I don't think she's on TikTok, but one of my favorite clients is named Tamara. Hi, Tamara S. Child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So you're looking for answers, but the truth is you already have them within you. So part of it is that you're kind of gaslighting yourself through years of being gaslit by other people, even though you totally know. And trust me when I tell you, what you're seeing is true. So trust yourself and know that you have the power to see things that maybe other people can't see. So don't let people make you feel crazy because, you're extraordinarily intuitive. Hi, someone said hi from Arizona. Hi, my son's in Arizona. Morning, beautiful. Oh, you had a near-death experience? I would love, drop your name. I'd love to talk though one-on-one if you can make an appointment with me. I would love to help you through that. It's a lot having a near-death experience. Olga H, the ever-unfolding rose. Oh, I'm so glad it resonated. The ever-unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So I love this because really what they're calling the ever-unfolding rose is kind of the dark night of the soul. It is so hard to feel like you're going through something. And it's like so many of us never want to be called resilient again. Like, don't call me resilient. Like, I don't want to be resilient. I don't want anything else to happen to me, right? The problem is most of us healers have had a lot of things happen to us. And that's how we get to where we are. And that's how we start helping other people. So just know when you feel like you're going through it and going through it and going through it, it's because, like this said, it's happening for you, not to you. So just really know that and know that all of us healers and light workers have to go through this experience. Like I said, I call it the dark night of the soul. Many of us do. And it's excruciatingly difficult and it feels really unfair. It's too hard when one person's doing the list to tell you if they were added or not. Please just assume you were added. And if you have to leave for any reason, if you have to leave, there is a replay of this put up on YouTube. I have a social media person who does it for me, but she puts the dates and lets you know that it's up. So you can always go back. That feels like so much truth. I hate being called resilient now. It's hard. I'm glad it resonated. But you're not alone. Most of us healers have felt that way before we kind of cracked through it. Leslie L. Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plans. So you know what your soul contract is. It's really interesting. You know exactly what you feel like you're called to do. You may not know that it's part of your soul contract. You may not even know that you know that, but you have this calling to do this certain thing. Trust it and know that you are setting the foundation for it and you're doing it already. How do you feel? Honey, I don't know how to connect with you. I feel good today. Thank you. much for asking. And you can connect with me. All the links in the bio make it super easy to connect with me. I have a Facebook group. It's amazing. Some of the girls all pull cards. A lot of them have taken my tarot class. It's a really fun group, very emotionally supportive, still really tiny, which I love, like, you know, real tiny, super personal. So you can check that out. That's a good way to follow me. You can, all my other social medias are a good way to connect. Mary B. Mary, you got one of my favorite cards in this whole deck. It's perspective. And I want you to really look. Like when we zoom in, that looks really big. But when we zoom out, look how tiny it is. So remember that the things that you're getting really caught up in, like try really hard not to sweat it. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So the thing is remember that we're all energetically connected and we get so caught up in the little things that it makes us crazy, right? Try really hard to not worry about the small stuff and think about the big stuff. What's the big things that matter, right? If everyone you love is healthy and safe and you've got a roof over your head, even if you're only eating ramen, remember you're going to be okay, right? Think about that stuff. Because believe me, I've had years where all I've done is eat ramen and barely get out of bed. So, but we're okay. We're okay. We always end up okay, right? So just remember that. Think of the gratitude. Amber, whale and orca elders, share your song. The frequency of sound. So you have a story to tell, and this is telling you to tell it, right? When we tell our story, we help other people. Now, it's important not to get caught up in like the misery of the story. You hear me say a lot, like, don't get too caught up in the story. But you do need to tell people about your growth and how you've come through such hard things, because that's part of what connects us as a human species. Who's next? Right? I mean, that's how we all become healers. We become healers because we've gone through so many things. So the deck that I am using Rebecca Campbell's, and I've mixed both of Rebecca Campbell's decks to create one big deck. Misty, the Golden Children, Inner Child, Tenderness, Innocence, Rare Gifts. So I need you, Misty, to do some inner child healing. Anytime that you feel like screaming at the top of your lungs, I want you to visualize yourself as that inner child kind of having a tantrum and figure out what is happening to trigger that inner child to feel some sort of way. You want the inner child inside you to feel safe. I even want you to like visualize. I say this, you guys, most of you have seen my Imagine Yourself on a bench, right? But I want you to sit with that inner child and say, what can I do to help you, make you feel more secure? I'm going to parent you the way you had always wished that you had been parented, and really love yourself and hold on to that moment. Also, I always think it's good to like bust out some music from when you were a kid that made you happy. I think that that's really good for inner child healing. Who's next? How are you guys doing? Is everybody doing okay? Justina's doing great, right? Can you guys tap that screen for Justina doing this list? She's amazing. She keeps it organized. We could never do this without her. She's a rock star. I'm just going to shuffle these one more time. Bonnie's next, but I'm going to shuffle these one more time just because there's a lot of energy. So, and I'm going to do, I don't do this often, but I'm going to knock on here too. You are welcome. You are welcome. Here we go, Bonnie. Thanks for being patient. Bonnie, Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. So I love this. I feel like, Bonnie, you are probably a healer and have no idea you're a healer, but you create a safe space for people who can't create a safe space for their own. So just know this is a beautiful card, and I hope to be your friend someday because this is a gorgeous card, and I think that you are a safe space and kind and loving, and you try really, really hard. Oh, it's Bonnie, who is my friend, who is the tarotologist. Good morning. Well, of course you got that card because I just think that you do wonderful work and I love everything you're about. So of course, it makes total sense. Kayla S, Starseed. What lights you up? What lights you up? So tell me, look inside and tell me what lights you up. You were put here for a reason. All of us were. We have a soul contract and we were here to do it. So when there's something that makes you feel some sort of way, lean into that. I believe it's because you've done it in previous lives and it's what you're here to do in this life. Oh, Bonnie, I thought it was you. It wasn't you. Well, the other Bonnie, I feel like that card was for you. Who is next, you guys? Thanks for being so patient. I really, really appreciate it. I love starting my morning with you guys. Empty nest has been difficult for me. I spent every morning fighting with my daughter for her whole life about what a mess the kitchen was. And now I have no one to fight with. So you guys make my day so bright. I can't even begin to tell you how much this has helped me through that adjustment. Arifa K, Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. And I think you know this, Arifa. I think that you sometimes, for some reason, I feel like you might have like a fire moon. I feel like sometimes you react to things that you wish you had responded to in a better way. So this is just your gentle reminder. Try to stay grounded. When you're about to react, you're like, oh, I'm an Aries moon, so I know this feeling well, right? When you feel like you're about to react, take a minute, count to 10, and respond, right? And this is just a little gentle reminder to keep you in that energy. Thank you so much for the gifts. You guys are so sweet. And don't forget, follow me on YouTube where the replay goes up so that you guys can see it when they go up. Thank you guys for the follows and the roses. And I see somebody just booked an appointment, so I'm excited to work with you today. We do it over Zoom and you get a copy. Super fun. Nicole H. The answer is yes. Just say yes. You know what? It's here. My lipstick color is a very old lip liner from MAC because I worked for them for 100 years. I don't even know which color it is. And then I use the Too Faced lip injection. It reminds me of like in the 90s that, I forget who made it, but it was that like bee sting stuff I loved. It was the first one to come out. But thank you. Thank you. And I just learned how to contour around my lips and now I look like I have filler. It's amazing. Like, how did I just learn that? Thank God for TikTok. Who is next? Justina, I think I missed it. Sorry. I'm going to drink more coffee while we wait. I love that you know that what that was. When we were in cosmetics back in the day, all of us, we all used that. I just did Nicole H. I just read Nicole H. and I told her just to say yes, that the answer for everything right now should be yes, and that thing that she's worried about. Let's see. I'm just waiting for who's next. You guys are being so patient, so kind. I really appreciate it. Don't stop tapping that screen for Justina because she is amazing, honestly. And Amber too, like the way that they carry the load and they keep the energy down. It was called Lip Venom. Oh my God, you're totally right. And it was my favorite thing. And I had the gold and the silver and the plain. And this is literally this Too Faced lip injection is like, it's the same thing. So I love it. Hold on. Angel, my daughter's best friend through middle school. Her name was Angel. Empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So as empaths, we have this situation where we kind of absorb all the energy around us. And I want you to learn how to observe and not absorb. Now, this isn't easy. When you start working with me on a regular basis, it becomes easier because you take things less personally. But when you enter a room and the energy's off, you feel somehow like it's about you and it makes you sick and you take it in and you're like, ugh, right? So I want you, when you walk into a room, if the energy's off, to think something must have happened before I got here that had nothing to do with me. And this is none of my business. So try to work on that kind of communication with yourself so that you're not absorbing the energy of others. It's the hardest thing for empaths to learn. The absolute hardest thing. Who's next? You guys, thank you for the roses. You're so sweet. I love the name Audrey. Hi, Audrey. Akasha, your guidance. So this is about your Akashic records, and just trust that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So I have a feeling that right now you feel a little stalled. Trust that you're not stalled. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. So trust the process, trust the divine timing, even though it's never like fast enough for us, but trust it and know that you're in the right place. Thank you for the perfume. I think that's my first perfume I ever got. Thank you, Sherry Lee. And if you drop your first name, last initial, you'll get added to the list. I do have my first client today in about a half hour. So we only have, about a half hour longer. Nancy, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. I have a feeling that you're in a conflict that you don't feel like you can get out of, right? And it's hard because you do want to fix it. You want it to be better. And sometimes we can't wish things better, no matter how hard we work. So what you're going to do is, we have the full moon energy tomorrow. We're going to work on those moon manuals, and you are going to write a letter while the rest of us are doing the other ones. I want you to write a letter apologizing to yourself and letting go of the pain from this, right? You're going to let go of your expectation of what you felt like it should look like, because you can't make anyone feel any kind of way. You can't, but I can help you let go of it. And we're going to work on that together. It's been a year now since I stopped talking to my best friend, and I finally feel better, but it took a long time. Who is next? Be patient, guys. We'll get to you. I promise. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I said at the beginning, and I said a couple other times, I'm using, I mixed both of Rebecca Campbell's Oracle decks, the Work Your Light and the Starseed Oracle. And I call it my big deck energy. And I love it when we have over 1,000 people on here, because we're not repeating the same cards over and over again. I miss Justina. Who is next? I'm sorry. Nina G. Deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. So this is a time where you just need to heal yourself, and you might not feel like you need healing. You may feel like you've been in healing for a long time. You may feel a little depressed. You may feel a little out of sorts, but just trust that you're healing right now. Healing is never pretty, and it's not linear, right? You can be great on Monday and on Friday be like, oh my God, I feel horrible again. So just be gentle with yourself while you let this DNA kind of restoring happen. And if you can, I love Sophia Go frequencies. If you can listen to some Hertz frequencies with some cellular healing, that'll help too. Maybe while you're sleeping, really, really ambiently quiet or in the background, that helps a lot. Mandy. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, the extremes of life. This basically means let it go. Surrender, and so this is a huge part about the Fool's journey, is learning to surrender and trust, right? So sometimes we fight so hard that we forget that our common goal is just for love. So it's okay to let go and to surrender and to not always kind of be in your ego, right? That's my advice. And it's hard, we're kind of taught to fight and protect ourselves. So just lots of love to you, and it's okay. Yes, spamming your name will not get you higher on this list. Usually what it does is it gets you muted because it confuses them. And it's so hard. It's a lot of energy to manage. So be nice and try not to spam because you don't want to get muted. Josephine, trust the timing. We've talked about this a lot today. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. That's the other thing. Time is not running out. It feels like that, especially when we've gone, ooh, thanks. It feels like that, especially when we've gone through some deep grief. It feels like there's not enough time, or we didn't spend enough time, or we should have done this. But trust that everything's happening the way it's supposed to. Honestly, I know it's hard, but trust in the divine timing, because you need to be ready to accept certain gifts. And if you don't do the work, you won't be ready to accept them. And then when they come, it's just not going to work out anyway. Yes, the mods. I'm a stroke survivor, for those of you who don't know, and I use the caps. That really helps me, especially I have trouble seeing. So thank you. Karen, the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. So trust the intuitive hits you're getting. If you're feeling like you should do something, trust that you should do it. Believe that the reason why you're feeling this gut instinct is because that's your intuition calling to you. Janine Amelio, honey, what's your question? Janine Amelio, are you there? So just say, hi, my name is Janine, if you can, and then that way I know what your question is. And I'm just going to shuffle these while I wait. So we're switching over to the Everyday Witch Tarot. I've been using these all month. The next month I'm going to use a different deck. So I'm excited to see what that is. Are you there, Janine? Hi, I'm Janine. Just completely stressed in love and life. So whatever you feel. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay. So, oh, wow. Well, girl, you just feel like people have been playing games with you over and over and over again. There's no way that you couldn't feel stressed right now in life and love. Love especially, because it's the end of a cycle, though. I do want you to know the end of a toxic cycle. So I feel like maybe you had like a long kind of drawn out dramatic ending. It is over. But the thing is that I want you to really look at this card. It's upside down. You aren't really ready to move on yet. You have some healing that you need to do. I mean, you don't really trust people, right? And I just want you to be, listen, I don't want you to rush into anything. So I feel like there are lots of options, but I want to be really careful that you don't rush into anything, because I feel like the next person who's coming around isn't really the right person either. Okay. And you've got a while. I think you need to spend some time healing yourself, working on yourself. If you don't have my journal, check it out. That's really helpful. The link's in the bio. Do some shadow work, do some inner child healing, and you're going to find a group of women that you feel really comfortable around. I think you already have them. I think you need to lean into them more. Stop looking for your person, because your person's going to find you, but you really want to do like the healing around it, which I know is hard, but you know, you need to. You've had a lot going on. You have to take the time so that you can vibrate at a place where you can call in a partner that is worthy of you. That is my belief. So I hope that resonated. I know you don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear wait, but I believe that you should wait. All right, you guys, who is next on the list? I don't see any Cash Apps or Venmos. I see a ton of questions. If you have specific questions, that's Cash App or Venmo. Otherwise, I am pulling an Oracle card. You're welcome. I'm glad it resonated. Just though, don't, the next person who comes in is going to like love bomb and make you feel all kinds of ways. They're not the one. I just want you to know they're not the one. Okay. Heather. Hi, Heather. Karmic relationships. I just did a TikTok about karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity. It's for soul growth, but it's mainly conflict. So a lot of times people think they're in this twin flame relationship, but it's really a karmic relationship. And the only thing a karmic relationship is here to tell you is what you kind of don't want and how to communicate better. So if you're in kind of a really hard relationship, which I think you are, trust that the purpose of this is soul growth, to get you connected with a better match, right? That isn't so difficult. The girls have been putting my Venmo up. They should put it up. They'll put it up. I think it's Stacy-Luna. Someone will throw it up there for you. Thank you for that. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for the gifts. They mean the world to me. Terry K. Here they are. They just put up my Venmo and Cash App. Terry K. Lifting the veil. So also the veil right now, is very thin. When we get closer to Halloween, the veil thins. So questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So trust your instincts and throw out anything. If it's not aligned and it's not feeling good and it's not bringing you happiness, let it go. Casey. Hi, Casey. Hold on. I'm checking Cash App right now. Let me see. Okay. Thanks, Casey. Okay. Anything that comes up. Well, let's look. Thanks, Casey. You're super sweet. Let's look. Okay. Oop. My little table. I need a bigger desk when I have a million things going. Okay. So it looks like, are you in a friends with benefits kind of relationship right now, Casey? Or at least a really physically exciting relationship? Because I see that. I see this is like kind of, I always say this is like the big dick energy card. This is like the, that's happening. So I want you to know that you should enjoy it, because it's making you, you guys are not broken up. Just so you know, you're not broken up. But I don't know that it's much more than just passion, but I want you to enjoy it right now, because it's actually good for you. I think so. Okay. I think that you feel like it's toxic because it's too physical, but the truth is it's bringing out like your inner goddess and your sexual energy. And I think right now, the only conflict you have is with yourself, because you're feeling guilty because you enjoy the sex, which I hate to say so basically, but enjoy it. Enjoy it. You have your whole life to be tied down. So I want you to enjoy it and be kind of like nice to yourself. That's what I would like you to do. So that's what I'm going to tell you. So I know you feel like you're broken up, but you know you're not broken up. Just don't take it so seriously. Enjoy it for exactly what it is. I'm glad that you think it's funny. I'm glad that I read it right. I always read wands. It's so bad. I should have said in my class, like wands are kind of like that big dick energy, right? So when I'm glad I'm correct. Renee, honey, what's your question, Renee? You wanted to know if you were going to get pregnant. So Renee, I'm going to do this kind of an old-fashioned way. I'm going to shuffle these. I don't love to do fertility questions. It's not my favorite, but I'm going to do this an old-fashioned way, and I'm going to look to see which way a certain card is facing when I get to it. So trust me on this, and then I'm going to see what's below and in front of it. So this is such an old-fashioned way of doing things, but trust me. Trust me. Sorry, you guys, this is boring. I'm